Hello and welcome to FPL Weekly. We are in a very busy, or we've just started a very busy Christmas period, which is good. I had a pretty good week this week, actually. I'll take it. I'm not going to lie. I had a couple of nice little breaks. Charlie Taylor was nice because I didn't expect much from him. Bit of Gordon as well. But anyway, I got 72. Chaz got 55. The average was 54.
54.
So, I mean, our 10% rule, you're kind of 4 points under the average. It's not a disaster. We use small red arrow and binds the green arrow up to did I say 300k or whatever. So, yeah, it's solid. But what I would say is my team has a few, as I was talking to you on pre-pod, my team has a few more issues than yours, in particular in defence. But we'll come on to that. But yeah, your thoughts on your game week?
Yeah, so where we're up to is that we are hitting one of the busiest periods of FPL for the whole season. This will be the busiest period for any team. All of them, all of the good teams are in all four competitions still. A lot of them anyway. Carabao Cup excluding. I think we've got Carabao Cup fixtures next week, is it? Or is it Champions League next week? There's something. Yeah. There's something that's next midweek, but there's a game in every single midweek between now and Christmas, now and New Year. So yeah. I had a couple of disappointments. Arsenal clean sheet not coming through, that was a disappointment. Matty Cash being benched was a massive disappointment. Simicast assist was lovely.
I was a bit borderline, by the way, the Simicast assist. I don't even think he touched it.
Oh no, he touched it. He definitely touched it.
Did he?
He definitely touched it. Yeah, 100%.
It looked to me like the Fulham defender headed it away, and then they gave it.
Oh no. No, and you need to shut up, by the way. And Bumo is just a ticker. He just ticks over, doesn't he? He just ticks over. Should I think I'm ready to concede that maybe. Who did I go with at the start of the season? I was trying to think about it the other day. 6.5. I'll go to the start. Matoma.
Yes.
So I went with Matoma. I went with Matoma and Wissa, and you went with
Bumo and Pedro, I think.
And Bumo and Pedro. Oh no, I went with Pedro as well. So I don't know, someone. Anyway, so yeah, we are in as I say, this kind of like really busy spell. Bit of advice that I'd say for anyone: pick nailed players. Nailed players.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of rotation.
Because there's going to be so much rotation. I'm so happy with people like Saliba, like Mbumo, like Gordon, like Salah, Porro, Son. Yeah, those kind of players who you know that are going to turn up every single week. They've got a good injury record. Now someone like Pope, you're going to really, really, really struggle to see those kind of injuries come in. But picking someone like we've both picked, Isak, is potentially a little bit of a risk. And it's whether your team can house those risks. And what I mean by that is, do you have the bench to do it? And if you do, fantastic, go for it, because the upside of someone like Isak is amazing. But if you can't do it, go for the safe option. Someone like, so Watkins, for example, he is one of the safest options in the game. So people jumping off him super quick. If I was on him, I would be staying on him just because I'd be happy, he's ticking over. So
yeah, as I was saying to you, I went Watkins to Isak, and I've still got Watkins points, obviously, because I had my team last week, but I did him to beat the price drop. And as I said to you pre-pod, it's weird because, like I said, I regret it, and I haven't even given it a chance yet. But like you said, I regret it. A part of the thing is freeing up value as well, right? Part of it's freeing up value, and that you have to take that into account. But Watkins, I think he maybe gave me the ick a little bit because of the orange flag and because of the fixture run. But I probably didn't need to act. Like you say, I like him as a player. He's ticking along really nicely. He's nailed. Isak, He's nailed at the moment, but when Wilson comes back, he's not nailed. He's going to have to play every game in and out of Europe. So we'll see. Like I say, save me a bit of money, but did I need to do that when I've got some defensive issues? Probably not. And when he talks about Pope, for those that don't know, it looks like he's out 4 to 5 months, which is a long time. So Dubravka's a no-brainer. If you have a week where you're not doing much, do Dubravka. Because great defense, dirt cheap.
For me, as a Johnston owner, and he has got Bournemouth this week, great fixture, fabulous fixture, and then as of next week, they do not have a green fixture, and that's their interpretation of green, all the way up until the end of January, where he plays Sheffield. It is a horrible run.
Oh.
Like if you're Crystal Palace could be struggling. There's how many game weeks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's one clean sheet in there.
Yeah.
In those 6.
Yeah.
And that'll be if they're lucky. So Johnson's coming out for me, and he always probably was. But that's the move to do. So, and Dubravnik will be coming in. One thing that I want to, Jesus Christ, one thing that I do want to highlight. So, he is available now on the 1st of January. They will be able to declare new signings. Okay, they could secure that, and then he would be available to be in the fixture, which would be Monday the 1st of Jan, which is away at Liverpool. Okay, but in the meantime, their fixtures are incredibly good, incredibly good. So between now and then, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fixtures. There's 2 of them are at home. Okay, so there are some away, but the away fixtures are Luton, Tottenham, and Everton. So there's probably going to be a minimum of one clean sheet there, and then the 2 home games are Fulham and Forest. So there's going to be 3 clean sheets. I think there's going to probably be 3 clean sheets for Dubravnik, even with him being incredibly poor. He's probably going to get 3 clean sheets. Now, one point that I want to make was everyone jumped off onto Kelleher. Okay, Alisson is world class.
He had a really
bad game. Okay, so you can
so bad.
If you're gonna, it was so bad, wasn't it? It was so. I think he dove the wrong way.
Yeah,
for like one of the shots. He dove the wrong way. He was completely out of position for the 3rd goal, and then for the first goal, he basically just threw it into his own net.
Yeah.
So and so basically, what I'm saying is, things could change here, like quite quickly. They could. We could be getting to Bradley, and then things could go west. So
I think what you're saying, two things with Kelleher. One is the downgrade from Alisson to Kelleher is massive, and it probably affects your ability to keep clean sheets. I don't feel like the drop from Pope to Dubravka is as big, and also it's longer term. Kelleher's 2 weeks, and Pope or Dubravka's 4 or 5 months. So it's a much better option. I'd say Newcastle's defence anyway is better.
Yeah, that's the biggie. That's the biggie. Is Pope was a good part of Newcastle's defence, whereas Alisson is the best part of Liverpool's defence.
Yeah.
So if you were to take out so I don't think it's going to massively change their ability to keep clean sheets. Whereas for Liverpool, it really.
I'll be doing Dubravka, but it'll be an 18 because I just got a few other fires to power first.
Yeah. So super happy with where I would surely do 17.
I need to do Palmer. I need to do Palmer in 17, and I need to do Palmer to Eze in 17 because they've got Sheffield United at home, and West Ham have got Wolves at home. so it's not, it's fine. West Ham.
Your Areola, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and that's Sheffield United at home for Chelsea is a tough to target. Sheffield United are the worst team in the league.
By a country mile.
Yeah.
So I'm overall I'm a little bit disappointed with my 55. Gordon and Foden were nice. Made the right captain choice with Haaland.
By the way, Foden's really nice for you now. Foden's really nice for you now because although they've got Villa away, one, he's got his goal. Two, he seems pretty nailed. Three, Grealish is suspended for Villa away and Doku's possibly injured. He's nailed for Villa. Yeah. They've got a good run coming up. Yes, they blanked, but who cares? They're going to double after that. I mean, put it this way, after the blank, I will probably be bringing Foden in. So yeah. I think he's for a while you were like, oh, what do I do with Foden? Because he wasn't performing quite as well, but he's definitely a hold now.
No, he's a hold, and yeah. I was happy to hold him through them fixtures. And look, if he plays, he is so far and above.
He's played a lot, mate.
Value.
Yeah, a lot. We've talked a lot before about
always
minutes were a risk, and Grealish was nailed last year. But it seems like Foden's the nailed one this year. Like I'm actually, I don't blame Pep. He's Foden's class, but I'm actually surprised at how many minutes Foden's actually been getting. And the thing is with Doku, yes, he's exciting, but he's not as nailed. It looks like Doku and Grealish are flip-flopping this year, and Foden's nailed. So, yeah, definite hold.
Perfect. So that's where we're at. My plans is eventually. Oh my God, Matty Cash, he is gone. So we're recording this on Monday. Monday lunchtime. So we are, and so basically, we can try and get this out tomorrow day if we can. That would be sensational. I'm going to go Cash to Colwell. Reason why I'm going Colwell is he's a nailed Chelsea choice. He seems to be nailed. He can play as part of a 4 and a 3. So therefore, it's a sensible Chelsea choice. And it is a little bit tempting, to be honest. And I still may do it. It's because I don't need the money, because I'm going to go Johnston. The next week, I'm going to go Johnston down to a 3.9 goalkeeper. Yeah, so I may do it. And then I think then I've got Palmer and James, which are the best 2 Chelsea assets. It's just
I'm considering James as well, but James is riskier. Like you say, Colwell's nailed and he's 0.9 cheaper.
The thing.
So.
Oh yeah. But I've got in the bank. I have 1.2 in the bank. So if I go Matty Cash, replace, I can go to Reece James, and I've still got 0.6 in the bank.
If you said to me now, I guarantee you Reece James stays fit for the rest of the season, he's top of my list.
He's in my team. It's just, and you know what? I am at the point where I am tempted to do it. The main reason why is that a lot of my I'm just going against what I opened the pod with, though, where I'm saying pick nailed players because you don't.
But he's nailed minutes wise. Nailed minutes wise, I'd say. When he's fit, he's nailed. He's captain. He's nailed minutes wise. It's just his injury proneness. I'd be tempted personally. I'm not going Sanchez now. I'm going Dubravka. I'd be tempted with Colwell and Reece James.
Yeah.
Over that, the fixture run is as bad as Palace is as good as Chelsea's is. Chelsea's is staggeringly good.
Yeah, but they did have this kind of run a couple of months ago, and everyone got on them, and they did terrible during it. So, but yeah. So I'm happy with where I'm at.
I'm definitely doing Colwell. My other one will be either Kyle Walker or Reece James. I don't feel like I need double Arsenal. Don't need it.
And I don't feel like you need part of the City defence.
Yeah, but it's only for the double. It's only if they have a double of Brentford at home, Sheffield United at home,
which we don't know about.
which we don't know about yet. Exactly. So I'm leaving that space for Walker if they double, or James if they don't. Really, but similar price.
Yeah.
Captain.
Yeah, this week is just so easy for me.
Yeah, I agree.
So easy.
Yeah, and I'm massive. I'm a massive Haaland, and whenever it's been close, I've been Haaland. I was Haaland this week. I was Haaland at Stamford Bridge. Whenever it's been close or even 55-45 against, I've been Haaland. But if Burnley can score 5 goals against Sheffield United, then I'm not necessarily saying that Liverpool definitely will do the same thing. But yeah, it's got to be Salah this week. Would you?
Yeah.
Would you go? Would you go Darwin?
He looks so sharp as well.
Would you go Darwin at Haaland? Sheffield United is so bad defensively.
For me, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, and I think City are going to, like I say, missing Grealish, missing Doku, missing Rodri. I think they're going to have a tough game at Villa. Really tough game. No Rodri.
I don't know whether they're going to have
Rodri's a key player for them.
Yeah, no Rodri. Yeah.
No Grealish and Doku. Who plays out there? Who plays out there instead of Grealish and Doku?
The thing is I'm bringing in whoever I bring in for Matty Cash. They're still sitting on my bench this week.
Yeah.
So my transfer is really for next week, but it's to beat price changes. So that's why I'm going to have to go with Cash this week, and then Johnston next week. That's my plan anyway. I might even do as soon as the game week starts. I might do Johnston to Dubravka, just because I think that as soon as he starts, 3-9 keeper, he's gonna rise.
Dubravka will rise. Yeah, he's already. You need 100% to have a rise, and he's already 50. So
yeah. So yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, what's yours?
So I've done this week. I've done Watkins to Isaac, which is done and dusted. Regret it slightly, but we'll see. I won't regret it if Isaac scores a hat trick and Watkins blanks, will I? So, but I just you live and you learn, and in this game you want to kind of stand by your decisions a bit more. And I felt like I haven't knee jerked the whole season, and I feel like that was a little bit knee jerky, and I need to stop being so obsessed with price changes. But yeah, look, the only reason I say that now is because of what Watkins did. He started and he did well, and he scored 11 points. Like if he hadn't have started, I've got no issues. So done that already. I 99% won't do anything else. Unless I'm forced to. If it comes out that Gordon is injured and he can't make Everton, I will probably be taking a hit, because otherwise I'd have to start. Otherwise, I'd have 3 players injured on my bench, and I'd have to start Cash and Charlie Taylor, which is not ideal at all. So, I think if Gordon can't, I don't think Gordon is injured, by the way, but if it comes out that he is, then I would probably have to do either Lamptey to Colwell or Eze to Palmer this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really want to. So that's that. Next week is, assuming I don't do one this week, next week is Colwell in, and then the week after is Palmer. I think the defender is the priority for me, and I don't mind Palmer missing Everton away. It's not that easy, but I need Palmer in for Sheffield United at home. So yeah, the plans change, but the plan is Colwell in next week and Palmer in the week after, and then probably Dubravka week after that.
Do you know the amazing part for me? I've got a wild card in 3 weeks.
Yeah, mad at it. Yeah,
and like I've really held off, okay, and I think it's possible. It still could be the right thing to do, but at the moment, I think it's probably 60-40 that I should have maybe done it in game to game.
You just didn't need to play it. Like we played different games, and like you keep saying, yours could be the right move for you. And we know mine was the right move for me, but because of ranked games,
you were forced down it.
Yeah, I was.
You were forced down it. Whereas I think that there's a potential where I may be in a position where I'm actually only changing maybe 4 players.
Yeah, I agree.
And they could be important players.
Yeah, I was forced down it, which is a slight weakness of mine. But what I would say is last year you were forced down it, and I was like, yeah, you've been forced to play wildcard, but you came out on top. So sometimes, although you're forced down it, it sometimes can pay off. So we'll see.
Yeah, and that's where I think that maybe going someone like James could be the thing to do, because I need to attack the game a little bit.
The ceiling's so high.
Colwell is
on that fixture run, James' ceiling is scary high.
And I think that playing really defensive in what I'm doing could maybe not. It's quite a defensive way of playing the game, isn't it? Just captain in the. Will win the game the way I play it. You'll finish in the top 100k, but you won't win the game. Now, what I'm saying by that is that basically I need to take some risks, and at some point you need to basically look at the Colwell, look at James, and say James has just had a week's break because of and they don't have Europe, so therefore James for the next 5 game weeks, and he could get 60 points in 5 game weeks. He could easily do that, okay? Whereas could more than likely probably get 35 most. He's going to get a 7 for a clean sheet and maybe a goal, and 1 goal and 1 assist during that period of time. So I just think that I think I need to grab the game by the balls a little bit and go a little bit rogue, because I've got my wild card coming up. And if James is not the right move, I can wild card again.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, a little bit of a change of mindset maybe, and attack it a little bit better. However, I pick players that I like. I pick players that I think are good at football. That's why I don't really have people like Watkins in the team. That's due to my detriment. I'm still not convinced of him as a footballer. I don't know why, mate. I really don't know why.
You're the same with Madison. You were the same with Madison. You're like, ooh,
Madison. But you know what? I need
Madison and Watkins have been like 2 of the best players this season. And then you were like, ooh. But I was the same with Grealish.
Yeah,
it's tough though when you have that opinion of a player.
Anyway,
it's tough to get over that.
I think Liverpool is probably top of the list. They've got Sheffield United, then Crystal Palace, then Man United at home and Arsenal at home, and then Burnley away. For me, that is just a sickeningly good run. Liverpool at home against anyone is hard. Is going to be great. Salah just scores goals against Man United. It's just embarrassing, and then they're playing 2 of the relegated teams in Burnley and Sheffield United. So if you've not got 2 Liverpool, you need them.
Yeah,
you just do.
I wouldn't put anyone off Luis Diaz, by the way, and I've taken him out, but that was only because of what was happening / Jota. But now Jota's injured, Diaz should be nailed. Completely nailed, because Jota plays in his position. So I think if it's going to be Gakpo is going to start for Darwin maybe one of the games. But even so, Darwin can still come off the bench and haul.
So Newcastle's fixtures turn this game week, so all their players start getting really good. I'm kind of a little bit gutted that I don't have Trippier, really. I think he's danger man, isn't he?
He is dangerous. Thing is, he could have got more as well. I know he got 12, but he's rattled the bar twice with free kicks in the last 2 weeks.
I know.
And that's another 12 points. So he is a threat. He is a good value.
I'm a million away. I'm a million away from him.
Yeah, but the thing the problem is you need to be careful, because you're going to have too many Newcastle, aren't you? You've got Isak, Gordon, and then you're going to have Dubravka, so you can't get him in anyway. So it's tough. The good thing with Dubravka is if you don't have Trippier, I completely understand it doesn't cover up his assist, but it covers up the clean sheet. That's why I quite liked holding Dan Burn until I was a bit unlucky that he got injured, and I felt a bit naked without Newcastle's.
Did you see that thing that I sent you about Botman?
Yes, yeah.
Botman's
which
back
is hence why you can't
back in training.
You can't go to sales.
Yeah.
We shouldn't go Lascelles now. I get why people would have done, but you can't go now.
No.
And you can't go Botman now because we're still unsure. So then what do? Maybe Tino, but is Tino nailed when Botman comes back? Maybe.
Possibly not.
So I think Dubravka's the way to go.
Yeah.
In terms of getting a piece of their defence. But then a lot of people are going to be blocked like me. So I'm not going to go Trippier. I don't particularly like it. There's two that I'm going without that I'm taking a chance with, and that's Saka and Trippier. Every week I'm looking at that going, don't score Saka, don't get this Trippier, please. Every week. It is what it is. You've got to take some people on. Everyone has teams of players that people want that they don't have. Saka's next on my list, but I can only have 5 midfielders. So, and the same with Trippier. And the problem with Trippier is at that price where you have to do a bit of a rearrangement. Really, I'd have to probably go Lamptey to Trips and then Darwin to Blank. I don't really want to do that. So, yeah.
And that's that.
Yeah.
So, bit of a quick one today. Obviously, really in between game weeks at the moment.
And don't forget, everyone, don't miss deadlines. Don't miss deadlines.
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
by the way, this is a Prime Video weekend, so every single game is on Prime. Every single game is on Prime. So
which is class.
Enjoy. Man United, Chelsea, really can't wait to watch it. So I'm going to be watching Liverpool on Wednesday. Obviously, I don't know whether I'll watch anything on Tuesday night. Luton, Arsenal, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, Sheffield United, Liverpool, and then I'll be watching Man United and Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to miss a bit of it.
And then
I'm going to the Amex on Wednesday night to watch Brighton Brentford, so I'm going to be missing most of the action Wednesday night. But I'll still be watching on Tuesday and watching on Thursday and stuff. So
yeah, just get on both teams to score, and you'll
it's free money.
You will pay free money.
Every single game we've had is for both teams to score all season. It's free money. Every game.
I mean,
even when Chelsea were 2-0 up, and you were like, "Oh, Cole will clean sheet." I was like, "Nope, we score every game."
And even when we were there at Everton, and it was one of the worst games of football I've ever seen in my life, and it was the scabbiest deflected goal in the world. But yeah. Anyway, good luck. I think that this game week is going to be another kind of 50-ish game week. That's what I feel. I think Liverpool are the linchpins. If they go mental,
I agree.
It could be messy. Sheffield United are maybe going to change their manager. If they don't, this could be a lost the dressing room. This is like a lost it could be. It could be really. It could be really bad. Hopefully there's not some major rotation that really screws us over. Make sure you please do your bench properly as well, and make sure your vice captain's good. I think Salah is a safe captain, but you never know. Just pick someone else.
Yeah, don't miss deadlines because they're coming thick and fast at the moment, and I guarantee you there's going to be thousands of managers that miss this deadline.
Yeah, thousands. So perfect. We will see you just before next weekend. We're going to try and do probably maybe a Thursday night or a Friday night because we are that kind of people.
Yep, Thursday night or Friday night sounds good.
That kind of people.
Yep.
Right. Catch you in a bit.
Bye.